Thank
Yes.
you.
If I can just make maybe more of a comment. That first bullet, the way I read it is that until we've had this steep decline, the retirement board was showing gains in their fund, but that it may have been greater or not as significant if it wasn't due in large part to the employer, to the pay raises. And it's been something that has been concerning to me because of, and I'm going to bring it up again, of our leadership project, where I believe that now there is some control, but initially we had a lot of people moving into that project where their pay raises and pay ranges were changed. And so I think that that we have to look at that as a county as well, because that, as you point out here, and when we were talking about assumptions being made, you did mention payroll as being one of the assumptions, but here you highlight it, and I think it's interesting that you did highlight it as one of as what I would interpret to be a major assumption, and one that I think that the county needs to look at very carefully when we're speaking about retirement.
Yeah, I think just to be clear, there's a normal assumption that if your population remains constant, that payroll will increase, and the SB-SERS assumption is an annual increase of about 4% on the total payroll. And so that's, I think that's what's really being reflected here is mostly that normal increase. If you increase your population, your payroll is going to increase more, and so those dollar amounts are going to increase more.
So what is the percent? What is the percentage? If the assumption was for something, what is the actual percentage?
I don't have that figure with me.
Mr. Chair, Supervisor Wolf, it was 2.9.
I think you're speaking right now, but well, if it's 2.9, then the statement doesn't make sense.
Oh, the leadership, I thought your question, if I understood it correctly, was for the one cycle that we had of pay for the leadership project, what was the average percentage for the whole system? And it was 2.9.
That was a part of it, but I'm talking about the entire system. Leadership is being one big part of it.
The rest of the system would be the other 4,000 employees who have contracts, and it would be whatever their contracts, their retirement changes, and those kind of
maybe
things.
Someone from the retirement board, when we have the opportunity, can, if you expected it to be 4 point whatever, what are the actual numbers that you're working from?
Yeah, we have those numbers as a basis for this chart. I just don't have them right here readily.
Mr. Chairman.